Now I will explain you how to make use of these formulae for solving the problems of mensuration. That is, diameter of the wheel of a car is 80 centimeter. There is a car, 4 wheels, diameter of each wheel is 80 centimeter. Find the number of revolutions does each wheel makes in 10 minutes if speed of car is 66 kilometer per hour. We want to know, if diameter is this, then how many revolutions are required to make by the wheel per minute. How many revolutions required to make per minute, so that, or it is required that in 10 minutes how many revolutions it will make so that the speed can be maintained 66 kilometer per hour. So first of all, we have to clear that when any car, cycle, bike moves, then in one revolution, suppose this is the wheel of car or cycle or any bike, and you can observe that if this is the road and the circumference is the distance which is equal to one rotation, one revolution of any object like wheel. So the here diameter is, the diameter of wheel is 80 centimeter. We can call it 40 centimeter is the radius, because radius is the half of diameter. Radius is 40 centimeter, and I told you when any wheel moves, then in one revolution, if suppose this moves like this and comes here, then what happens? This distance is equal to the length of its circumference. So I will tell you in one revolution how much it will move. Distance covered by, we will say distance covered by wheel in one revolution is how much? 2 pi r, or we can say 2 into 22 by 7 into radius is what? 40. We can say this become 2 into 22, 44, 44 into 40 upon 7, 4 4 ja 16, 4 4 ja 16, 117. This is coming out to be 1760 upon centimeter. 1760 upon 7 centimeter is the distance travelled by the wheel of car in one revolution. Now the question is, what is the speed? Speed of the car. We say speed of car is how much? 66 kilometer per hour. If speed is 66 kilometer per hour and I want to convert this speed in centimeter per minute, because here time is given in 10 minutes for calculating the number of revolutions, and the unit of the length or the unit of diameter is in centimeter. So this speed of the car, which is given 66 kilometer per hour, we need to convert it in what? Meter per minute. If we convert in meter per minute, then we will multiply by 100, and now we will convert it in centimeter per minute. So directly I am converting it like 66. If I multiply it by 1000, so kilometers we have been converted to what? Meters. Now again multiply by 100. So this become this much of centimeter. So 66 kilometer per hour. If I divide by 60, so this becomes centimeter per minute. In order to convert the speed of 66 kilometer per hour, 66 into 1000, first kilometers have been changed in meters, then by multiplying 100 centimeter, then per hour divide by 60. So this result, 10 is cancelled, then 6 11 ja 66. So 11 followed by 4 zeros. 1 2 3 4. This much centimeter per minute is what? This is the speed of the car in centimeter per minute. So we can say that in 1 minute this much of centimeter is the distance traveled by car. Question is that how many revolutions it will make in 10 minutes. It means this distance is of 1 minute. So if I multiply this distance by 10, I will get the total distance traveled by car in 10 minutes. So I am writing that distance covered by car in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, in 1 minute distance is 11, 1, 2, 3, 4 followed by 4 zeros centimeters. This was of 1 minute. If I multiply it by 10, I will get the distance covered by car in 10 minutes, which is coming out to be 11 followed by 5 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros centimeter. This is the distance covered by the car in how much time? In 10 minutes. But wheel needs to cover 1760 upon 7 centimeter of distance in one revolution. If I want to calculate the total number of revolutions, I will divide the total distance required to cover by the car in 10 minutes by the distance traveled by the wheel in one revolution. So number of revolutions I am writing here, total number of revolutions in 10 minutes is equals to, it is 11 followed by 5 zeros. This is centimeter distance covered in 10 minutes divided by the distance covered by the wheel. This is coming out to be 1760 upon 7 will reach here in the numerator. After simplification, this result will come to 4375. 4375. This is the total number of revolutions made by the car in 10 minutes. Wheel of the car is making 4375 revolutions in 10 minutes to maintain the speed of 66 km per hour with the diameter of 80 centimeter. Similarly, we can solve some problems related to this example. Now I am explaining you another example where we will make use of the mensuration results. Question is, two circles touch externally or it may touch internally. So I am taking an example of touching internally. Two circles touch internally, the sum of their areas is 116 pi centimeter square and distance between their centers is 6 centimeter. Find the radii of both the circles. First of all, I want to explain you when two circles touch externally and internally, what happens to the distance between their centers. You need to always remember that point of contact and two centers of circles may touch internally or externally are always collinear. Number one, this is the concept of locus, always required. And the second concept is when two circles touch externally, distance between their centers is the sum of their radii. Whereas when two circles touch internally, if two circles touch internally, then distance between their centers is the difference of two radii, and if two circles touch externally, then distance between their centers is the sum of two radii. For example, if I say this is the circle and this is another circle. Suppose the radius of this circle is A and radius of this circle is B units. As you can observe that these two circles are touching externally. So the distance AB is equals to A plus B. And if so happens that two circles are touching internally. When the two circles are touching externally, then the distance between their centers is equal to sum of two radii. And when two circles touch internally, this is center suppose A, this is center B. I have told you both the centers are collinear with the point of contact. In case of external also, in case of internal also. This is additional information for you. Suppose the radius of the small circle is A and radius of bigger circle is B. Now the distance AB, distance between the centers in case when two circles are touching internally, will be given by B minus A. So first thing you need to remember is when two circles touch externally, distance between their centers is sum of the radii, and when internally it is the difference of radii. Now two circles touch internally, the sum of their areas is 116 pi centimeter square. Now in this case I am taking this example, I am taking this figure, reason being word is written touching internally. So sum of their areas, so area of one of the circle is pi A square, pi of B square, another circle their sum is given how much, 116 pi. Then we can say pi, pi and pi, so answer of A square plus B square is 116, equation number 1. Now the next is, and distance between their centers. Centers are at a distance of B and A from the point of contact, that is these are the radii. In case of touching internally, the answer, the distance between their centers is difference of the radii, that is B minus A, and that is given 6 centimeter. Now question comes that from the equation number 2, answer of B is 6 plus A. If I ask you to replace the value of B from equation number 2 which we have obtained in equation number 1, we will get it is A square plus 6 plus A whole square is equals to 116. This is coming out to be A square plus 36 plus A square plus 12A minus 116 is equal to 0, because A plus B whole square is A square plus B square plus 2AB. Now we can say A square and A square is 2A square, and then we can say plus 12A, and it is minus 116 and plus 36. So 6 minus 6 is what? 0, and 11 minus 3 is what? 8. We can say this result is how much? 80 is equals to 0. 2 we can take common, so this become A square plus 6A minus 40 is equals to 0. We are taking factors A plus 10 and A minus 4, 10 4 ja 40 is equals to 0. So answer of A may be 10 or A may be plus 4. So clearly you can say radius cannot be negative, so this part is rejected, hence answer of A is what? 4. If answer of A is 4 and we will put this value of A here, we will get B is equals to 6 plus A, meaning by 6 plus 4 is equals to 10. So what are the radius? A is equals to 4 centimeter, B is equals to 10 centimeter. So you can say that the difference 10 minus 4 is how much? 6. And if you will calculate their areas, some of the areas will come out to be 116 pi. You can verify it. So what we have got, A is equals to 4, B is equals to 10 centimeter. So 10 centimeter is the radius of bigger circle, 4 centimeter is the radius of the smaller circle. Now if these circles are touching externally, in this case, then in place of B minus A, we will write B plus A. Because of the concept of locus, I have explained you, when two circles touch externally, distance between their centers is the sum of the radii. If touches internally, the distance between their centers is the difference of their radii. Now we will explain you few more examples of the same chapter area related to circles. Now I am taking another example to explain you the use of formulae. Find the difference between the areas of a regular hexagon of side 72 meter and the area of a circle which can inscribed in it. Okay. So what we are having? We are having a regular polygon of side 6, as its name is a hexagon. So if I draw roughly one figure of a regular hexagon like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. A, B, C, D, E, F. This is a regular hexagon. Word regular means what is the difference between regular polygon and irregular polygon. Regular polygon is that where all sides and all angles are equal. Most of the time students get confused that they say if all sides are equal it is a regular. No, if you see there is a rhombus, there is a square, there are two things. The rhombus is not a regular polygon, whereas square is a regular polygon. Its very simple logic is that square having all angles and all sides equal, whereas rhombus has only sides equal, not angle. That's why mandatory what become A, B, C, D, E, F. This is a regular polygon. 6 sides, so its name is a regular hexagon. It is a regular hexagon. Each side is 72 centimeter. This is 72, 72, 72, 72, 72 centimeter each side. We know that the central angle complete is one round, that is 360 degree. If I join each vertex to its center, I will notice that this regular hexagon is divided in 6 equilateral triangles. How I have assumed that these are the 6 equilateral triangles? Because we know that the central angle, formula of central angle is 360 upon n, where n is the number of sides. This becomes 360 upon 6, this becomes 60 degree. This angle is 60 degree. These two sides are equal because these two angles has to be 60-60. So what become this? OAB, OBC, or you can say ODE, or you can say OEF or OFA. There are 6 equilateral triangles. This angle is 60 degree, this is 60 degree, this is 60 degree. So there are 6 equilateral triangles. So in case if I can calculate the area of the one of the equilateral triangle and I will multiply that value by 6, I will get the area of 6 equilateral triangles, or you can say that will be the area of this complete hexagon, regular hexagon. There is direct formula also, that is like this: area of a regular hexagon, area of a regular hexagon, if side is A, it is given by 3 root 3 upon 2 a whole square, because area of one equilateral triangle is what? Root 3 by 4 a square. This is the area of one equilateral triangle if side is A, but there are 6 equilateral triangles in a regular hexagon, so we will multiply it by 6. So after solving, 2 2 ja 2 3 ja 3 root 3. This is the origin of the formula for calculating the area of a regular hexagon. Here hexagon having side 72 centimeter. So what is its area? Area become 3 root 3 upon 2 into 72 whole square. This is the area of this regular hexagon which can be calculated. Now there is a circle. Find the difference between the areas of a regular hexagon of a side 72 centimeter and the area of a circle which is inscribed in it. There is circle inscribed in this regular hexagon. A rough sketch I am showing here. So in this case, what you can say? This is the radius. This is the radius of the circle which is inscribed in it. In order to calculate this radius, what can you say? You can say, if I pick this triangle separately here from this hexagon, OAB, this is what? 72, this is what? 72, this is what? 72, and each angle is 60. So I have drawn one perpendicular, because this perpendicular is suppose OM. OM I want to calculate, OM. So this is 36, this is 72. I can calculate this side. So in order to calculate OM, I can say OM square is equals to OA square minus this point is I have taken m minus am whole square. I want to find OM perpendicular, which is equal to the radius. So answer of OM square is coming 72 square minus AM means 36 square. I will get this answer as 36 root 3 if I remove this whole square. That is the answer of OM, or the answer of radius of the circle. Now I have the radius of circle as 36 root 3 with this help of the triangle. Area of circle, it is given by which formula? Area of circle is pi r square, that is pi means 22 by 7 and radius is 36 root 3. You can go for the calculation 72 whole square minus 36 whole square. You will get this value is 36 root 3 after taking its square root. This is the area of circle. This one pi r square, which is inscribed in a regular hexagon. This is what? This is the area of regular hexagon. These are the two values. If you subtract these two results, because you want to calculate the difference between the areas. So if you will calculate the difference, you will get to know the area of the difference of these two comes out as, that is, we can calculate, we can find, because first of all we have applied how to find the area of a regular hexagon using the concept of this 6 equilateral triangles. Here I have told you how to take one of the equilateral triangle, and with the help of this how we will calculate this. So if we actually calculate these two values, and when we will differentiate, when we will get its difference, the answer will be 1248 centimeter square. So this is the area. By putting the value of pi root 3 here, you can take root 3 to calculate 1.732. This is the difference. So you can apply some results by using some conversions, like how to calculate the radius, as I have applied. Now I will share with you few more examples. Now I will explain you one of the important question. A chord of circle of radius 12 centimeter. We have a circle where the length of chord is a chord of circle of radius 12 centimeter. So radius of the circle is 12 centimeter. In this circle, a chord is drawn like this. This is a circle. Its radius is given 12 centimeter. There is a chord, and the chord is like this, that subtend an angle of 120 degree at the center. So this chord is making an angle of 120 degree at the center of circle. That is the degree measure of the arc AB is 120 degree. Find area of corresponding segment. I have told you segment is a part of circle enclosed between the chord and corresponding arc. Chord is AB, which is subtending an angle of 120 degree as per given question. Arc is this AB in anti-clockwise direction. This part which I am shading now, this part is what? This part is the segment. Segment is the part of circle enclosed between the arc and chord. This part is what? Segment. We want to calculate the area of this segment. In order to calculate this area, what we have to do? We have to calculate the area of sector, and then we have to calculate the area of triangle. If from the area of this sector I will subtract the area of this triangle, I will get the area of this segment. In order to calculate the area of segment, first of all I will find the area of sector, then I will find the area of triangle, and if I will subtract these two, I will get to know what is the area of the segment. So to calculate the area of segment, there is direct formula also, there is conditional formula also. So I am writing radius is 12 centimeter. OA 12, OB is also 12 centimeter. Radius is 12 centimeter, central angle degree measure or the angle made by the arc at center is 120 degree. So area of segment. Area of segment is theta upon 360 pi r square minus half r square sin theta. This is the one of the formula for calculating the area of segment. Another formula I told you when I was discussing the theoretical part of this chapter, that formula in case when theta is 120 degree can be used like theta by 360 pi r square minus root 3 by 4 r square. Same is the formula in case when theta is 60 degree. So we can use any of the formula. We will get to know it is 120 upon 360. The value of pi we have to use here, root 3 we have to use 1.73 and pi is required to use 3.14. These are the two given conditions. So in place of pi, I can write 3.14 and radius square means 12 into 12. Minus root 3, the value of root 3 is 1.73 upon 4, r square means 12 into 12. After simplification, this result, we will get answer of the area of segment is 88.44 centimeter square. So area of segment can be calculated in the steps also. First of all, area of sector, then area of triangle. In order to calculate the area of triangle, that how this is root 3 by 4 r square has come, I can explain you this also, that we are having a triangle here. This side is 12, this side is 12. So these two angles are equal, but central angle is 120 degree. So if I draw the perpendicular, this angle will left 60 degree. This is 90, this is 60. So this angle is how much? 30 degree. In a triangle of 30, 60, 90, we know that the side opposite to 30 degree angle. Suppose there is a triangle that this side, this is 30 degree angle, this is 60 degree, this is 90 degree. Suppose this value is 2x, hypotenuse is supposed 2x, then it is always true that the length of the side opposite to 30 degree angle is the half of the hypotenuse, that is this is x. So if this is 2x, this is x, with the Pythagoras theorem, we will notice this is x root 3. So same can be applied in this triangle. Here the triangle is, this side is 12, this side is 12, this angle is 120 degree. I have drawn a perpendicular. This is, I can say OM, this is A, this is B. So this angle is 60 because these two triangles are congruent. We have drawn perpendicular, this is 90, this angle is 30 by angle sum property. So we can apply here a triplet of 30, 60, 90, that in a 30, 60, 90, the side opposite to 30 degree is always half of the hypotenuse. So if it is 12, then it is 6. If it is 6, it will be 6 root 3. If it is 6 root 3 am, then double of this is 12 root 3. So same funda can be applied to come to understand that why the area of the triangle in case when central angle in a circle is 120 degree or 60 degree comes to be root 3 by 4 r square, same in both the cases. So this is the method for calculating the area of segment. Suppose you want to extend the length of question, you want to obtain what is the area of the major segment. This is the area of minor segment because this angle is 120 degree, it is less than 180 degree, and whenever angle, central angle, degree measure is less than 180, the corresponding sector is minor and corresponding arc is minor, corresponding segment is the minor. If you want to calculate the area of major segment, to find the area of major segment, there is a direct formula which I am explaining you here, that area of major segment. Area of major segment is equals to area of circle minus area of minor segment. So in this case, if I want to find the area of major segment also, so area of major segment is equals to area of circle pi r square, 3.14 into radius is 12 into 12, minus area of minor segment, which is calculated as 88.44 centimeter square. So with the help of this, we can calculate the area of major segment also. So as and when area of major segment is required, firstly we have to calculate the area of minor segment by using this formula, and when the area of minor segment is subtracted from the area of complete circle, it gives us the area of major segment. Now we will explain you few more examples to make you clear the application of the formulae in the mensuration. Now an example absolutely based on the perimeter of sector. How can it be possible? The perimeter of sector of a circle, if circle is there, there may be a sector. So first of all, I am going to plot the figure of the circle, and if circle is there, center has to be. The perimeter of the sector of a circle of radius 5.6 centimeter. So you can say this is a sector whose angle is not known, radius is 5.6 centimeter. This is the corresponding arc, you can say, you can name AB in anti-clockwise direction. The perimeter of the sector of circle is 27.2 centimeter. Perimeter means what? OA radius plus OB radius plus length of arc AB. If the radius of circle is 5.6, perimeter of corresponding sector is 27.2, find the area of sector. We want to extract what is the area of sector. To calculate it, we know that radius is here 5.6 centimeter. Length of arc is 27.2 centimeter minus 2r. Why? Because perimeter of sector is to be taken as first radius, that is r, second radius, radii are always same, plus length of arc. So r plus L is known as the perimeter of sector. So if you want to calculate L, this become perimeter of sector minus 2r. So L become perimeter of sector is 27.2 minus 2r, that is what? Twice of radius, and radius is what? 5.6. So length of arc is 27.2 minus 2, 6 are 12, 2 5 are 10, 1 11, 2 minus 2 is 0, and then 7 minus 1 6, and 2 minus 1 is 1. So this is coming out to be 16.0 centimeter is the length of this arc. Now a question is that if length of arc is known, if we know length of arc, we know the what? The radius. Then what is the formula for finding the area of sector? We want to explain you that if theta is known, radius is known, then area of sector, area of sector in case when theta and radius is given is calculated theta by 360 pi r square. But here theta is not given. We have length of arc, we have radius, and we want to calculate the area of sector. In this case, formula is area of sector is half LR. As I explained you, half into L into R. This become half, length of arc 16 and radius is 5.6. So what you can say, 2 8 ja 16, this become 5.6 into 8 centimeter square. So 8 6 ja 48, then point, then 4, then 8 5 ja 40, plus 4, 44. 44.8 centimeter square is the area of that sector if radius of the corresponding circle is 5.6 and perimeter of that sector is 27.2. So, we just can make use of the any formula for solving the problems very carefully. Now, another example where we will make use of some different concept for finding the area of sector. I am taking an example related to clock. The minute hand of a clock is 12 centimeter long. A clock has three hands: minute hand, second hand and hour hand. And the entire face of the clock is divided into 12 parts. This is 12. Suppose on the top we keep here 12. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, say 4, 5 and here 6. Then 7, 8 and 9, this is 10, 11 and we have come back on the main time, that is the 12. Now the question is that in 12 parts, how many degree of angle is enclosed? 12 parts enclosing 360 degree of the angle. So one part encloses the 30 degree angle. But in one part, what we find? In one part 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. So 5 minutes are equal to 30 degree. So 1 minute is equal to how many degrees? That is 6 degree. So on the face of clock, we can say 1 minute is equals to 6 degree because 60 degree is the total coverage in one round. And in angles, one round is having 60 degree, 360 degree. In one round there are 360 degree and the face is having 60 minutes. So 1 minute's distance is 60 degree. It is 6 degree now. The minute hand of a clock is 12 centimeter. Meaning by initially suppose that at 8 the situation will be like this. At 8 AM or PM, both the cases, situation is this. The minute hand of a clock is 12 centimeter long. Find the area of the face of the clock described by the minute hand between 8 AM and 8:35. So at 8:35 situation will come here. So first question is that 35 minutes are equal to how many degree? As we know that 1 minute is equal to 6 degree. So 35 minutes are 35 into 6, that is 210 degree. We want to know that in these 35 minutes what is the area of the face of the clock swept by the minute hand if its length is 12 centimeter. So we can understand radius is 12 centimeter, theta is 200 degree. So area of sector, because when any hand of the clock moves it makes sector. So area of sector become theta upon 360 pi r square, meaning by 120 degree, meaning by 210 degree upon 360 degree into pi means 22 by 7 and r square, that is 12 into 12. So if we simplify this value, we will get to know the area is 264 centimeter square. So using the concept of the clock classification, angles, that is 12 parts 360 degree, 1 part 30 degree, 1 part is known as 5 minutes, that is 30 degree, 1 minute 6 degree. For 35 minutes it is 210 degree, length of radius 12, so radius become what? 12. Area of sector theta by 360 pi r square. After using this result, we have obtained the area is 264 centimeter square. Another important example where some technicality, some properties will be used. 3 horses are tied with 7-meter long rope at 3 corners of a triangular field having sides 20 meter, 34 meter and 42 meter. find the area of ungrazed field by 3 horses. So first of all, the question raised that how to strike on the problem. In order to understand it, first of all, we will draw a triangular field named as ABC, I can say. First horse is tied here on the corner A, second is on the second vertex or corner B, third horse on C. The length of rope for each horse is what? 7 meter fixed. So horse can come only till this position. Same here 7 and same here 7. I want to tell you how to find the area of ungrazed. That part, this one where I am putting crosses, these are the areas grazed by horses. And if from area of triangle, the area of these 3 sectors is subtracted, then we left with the area of shaded portion, dotted portion or portion which is not grazed by 3 horses. Thing is clear? Where I am putting the crosses, this is the part of the triangular field which is grazed by horses. And where I am putting only dots, it is the part of the triangular field which cannot be grazed by the horses. Question comes, how to find the area of this triangle? We are having the sides 20 meter. Another side 34 meter. Next side 42 meter. So these are the 3 sides, unequal sides, no height is given, no perpendicular is given. So what we will apply? We will apply the Heron's formula. So we will say A is 20 meter, B is 34 meter, C is 42 meter, semi-perimeter S is A plus B plus C upon 2, 20 plus 34 plus 42 upon 2. So this will come 48 meter, semi-perimeter S. We know that area of triangle by using Heron's formula, area of triangle is equals to root of S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. That is what? S is 48, S minus A 48 minus 20, 48 minus 20, then 48 minus 34 and then 48 minus 42. If we simplify this part, that is 48 into 48 minus 20 into 48 minus 34 into 48 minus 42. If we simplify this portion taking the square root, we will come to know this area, the area of this part, or that is the area of the triangle, is 336 meter square. After calculating this value, we will get to know the area of the triangular field is 336 meter square. Now a question comes that we have obtained the area of the entire field. We want to know what is the area of the part which is shaded, that is ungrazed. So in order to calculate the area of ungrazed part, we have to subtract the area of 3 sectors. In order to find the area of sector, we have told you that there are 2 results. Area of sector can be explained with you 2 results. One of the result of the area of sector is area of sector is equals to theta upon 360 pi r square if theta and radius is given, and another is half LR, that is when length of arc and radius is given. But here rope is 7 meter long. So in every case what we can say, the radius is how much? 7 meter. But triangle is not equilateral, no angle is given. So which formula needs to be applied? This or this. Now in order to remove this confusion, there is a technicality which we will apply. I will take first angle A. Let us suppose angle A is theta 1, angle B is theta 2, angle C is theta 3. There are 3 angles, theta 1, theta 2, theta 3. But as this figure is a triangle, so we can say angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equals to theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3 will be equal to 180 degree. It is 180 degree. Why? Because sum of angles, because of the ASP of triangle, angle sum property of triangle says sum of all three angles is 180 degree. How we will calculate area of these three sectors? Area of first sector, I am writing here area of first sector. First sector, that is with vertex A, is theta 1 upon 360 into pi. R square means 7 square. Pi r square, theta 1 upon 360 pi r square. Then area of the second sector, that is with vertex B, this is theta 2 upon 360 into pi, radius again same this. Area of third sector, that is with vertex C, that is theta 3 upon 360 pi into 7 square. If I add all these results, I will come to know what is the area of all three sectors. So sum of areas of three sectors become theta 1 by 360 and pi, theta 2 upon 360 pi r square, theta 3 upon 360 pi r square. So we can say it is theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3 and multiplied by pi by 360 into 7 square. Theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3, sum of these three values is 180 degree. We can say theta 1 plus theta 2 plus theta 3, that is sum of all three angles of a triangle is 180 degree upon 360 degree into pi 7 square. Pi can be written as, I am taking this part here, which can you understand how the calculations are coming. I am taking these calculations here. 180 upon 360 into pi 22 by 7 into radius 7 into 7. 180 2 ja, 2 then 11 ja, 7 7, only left is 77 meter square. 77 meter square is the area, sum of areas of three sectors. Sum of areas of three sectors is 77 meter square. That is, if required, that what is the area of the grazed part is 77 meter square. What is the area of the total field? 336 meter square. If I want to calculate what is the area of the part which is not grazed by horses, can be calculated by subtracting 77 from 336. So area of ungrazed part. So area of ungrazed region. Area of ungrazed field is coming 336 minus 77. So 16 minus 7 is what? You can say it is 9. Then it is 12 minus 7 is what? 5. And this is 259. So 259 meter square is the area of that part of this triangular field which cannot be grazed by three horses. So what was the specialty in this question? I want to tell you that angles of any of the sector were not given, but we want to calculate the sum of areas. So with the help of angle sum property, we have calculated their sum. Though we cannot calculate the areas of these three sectors separately, but their sum can be obtained by taking a help of angle A plus angle B plus angle C is 180 degree. Similarly, this question of level of difficulty can be extended. What for? For quadrilateral, pentagon or other kind of polygons which may be regular or may be irregular. Now an important example of mensuration area of plane figures. ABC is an equilateral triangle. As written, an equilateral triangle of side 24. It means all sides are 24, each angle is 60 degree. A circle is inscribed in this triangle ABC. Circle is inscribed touching its sides. It is a circle in circle, so it is touching all three sides. Side BC at D, AC at E and AB at F. An equilateral triangle of side 24 cm. A circle is inscribed touching its sides. find the area of remaining part of triangle, meaning by the area of that part of triangle which is not enclosed by this circle. Center point if I take O, then I would like to tell you geometrical fact of the equilateral triangle. In an equilateral triangle, all sides are equal, all vertices are equidistant from the incenter circumcenter. And one more important thing is that in an equilateral triangle, the incenter, the circumcenter, the orthocenter all coincides. They are at the same position. So how we will say that what is the radius of this circle? Because we have what? We have its side. We have the side of triangle AB is equals to BC is equals to AC is equals to 24 centimeter. To obtain the area of triangle which is not enclosed in this circle, first of all we will calculate the area of triangle ABC, equilateral triangle whose side is 24 centimeter as mentioned. Area of triangle ABC, that is equilateral triangle, is given by root 3 by 4 A square. A stands for the length of side of equilateral triangle. This become root 3 by 4 24 whole square is equals to root 3 by 4 into 24 into 24. So this can give you the result 144 root 3 centimeter square. If the value of root 3 is taken as 1.732 in the terms of decimal, this answer will be 144 into 1.732 centimeter square is equals to 249.408 centimeter square. This is the area of the entire equilateral triangle. Number 1. Now the $1 million question, how to calculate the radius of this incircle. Triangle is equilateral, and in an equilateral triangle, centroid, that is meeting point of medians, incenter, that is meeting point of angle bisectors, orthocenter, that is meeting point of altitudes, circumcenter, that is meeting point of all perpendicular bisectors, coincides is the same point, and that is the center of incircle. So I can tell you that if I draw AOD, then we can say AD is the median, O is the point where all three medians meet. As per property, you can say O is the center, O is the incenter, O is the circumcenter, O is the centroid. So if O is the centroid and centroid divides a median in 2:1. For triangle ABC, AD is the median, O is the centroid, O is the incenter, O is the circumcenter, O is the orthocenter, because triangle is equilateral. So you can say AO is to OD is 2:1 as per property, or the value of the what? Centroid, meeting point of all medians. Now the question comes, how to find this AD? To calculate the length of AD, I am taking this triangle ADB separately here. This is A, this is D, this is B, and on AD there is a point O, at which the division is in the ratio of 2:1. This length is 24, this is median, so BD length is 12. So Pythagoras theorem, if we apply, we will say 24 square is equal to 12 square plus AD square. So the value of AD will be calculated as 12 root 3 centimeter. Now the question is this AD, the length of AD is 12 root 3 centimeter, and AO is to OD. We have taken AO is to OD as what? 2:1. So clearly this OD is 1/3 of AD. So length of OD which is equal to the radius of incircle is equal to 1/3 of 12 root 3, which is the length of AD, comes out to be 4 root 3. We have obtained the radius of circle. How much? Radius of circle is coming out to be 4 root 3 centimeter. How we will calculate the area of circle? To find the area of circle, formula is area of circle is equals to pi r square. So we can say 3.14 into r square is 4 root 3 whole square. This value will come out 150.85 centimeter square. Area of circle is this much and area of triangle is this much. We want to extract that area of triangle which is not enclosed in the circle. So that is the which I am mentioning, the shaded portion, dotted portion, which can be calculated by subtracting the area of circle from area of triangle. So required area, we can say required area is equals to 249.408. This is the area of triangle minus 150.85. The difference is 98.558 centimeter square is the area of the part of triangle which is not enclosed in the circle. So you can see, you can observe from this example or examples I have discussed with you for this chapter of mensuration, that how one unit is related to other, how the class 10th is related to class 9th, as I have used here centroid concept which is discussed in class 9.